Why are Parliament advertising YouTube? Why are they putting these debates on the YouTube channel? And why have Parliament even got YouTube? Why is the debate video just not here on this webpage, right? Parliament have got a website that the taxpayer pay for, right? We've already paid for this website and this service, right? So why don't they just put the video here, right? You know, I don't even think they have comments on YouTube. One of the main points of having YouTube is that people can comment on it, right? And I don't think they have comments activated on that YouTube channel or on the court service either. I don't think you can comment. We'll check though in a minute. This is unprecedented in history, particularly since 2005. They're actually advertising a for-profit third-party business which actually makes huge amounts of money. I mean, the NHS buy things, right? Okay, they've got to buy, hospital beds and, dispensables and medicines and things like that. But they don't advertise them like commercial adverts. They've got them, right? They use them, but they don't advertise it. And this is the thing. It's the BBC that's meant to be sort of joint taxpayer funded and figured into government, right? And not having commercials and adverts on it. And it's meant to be, the BBC that have got a dedicated Parliament channel. So why is it not on there? Or why is it not on iPlayer? Why don't they have an iPlayer? Why isn't there an iPlayer page? They've got every single Doctor Who season on there available. Why isn't the BBC Parliament channel got them on available? And why isn't it linked to that? Like Royal Mail used to be public owned or is meant to be public owned for mail, right? The MP contact pages. Like I said, I know I've knocked this out in other videos, but a phone number does not advertise any private phone company because it could be any, right? And phone numbers are interchangeable, and the phone number was meant to be originally to do with your area code, right? That's like a national thing for region, not for company, right? That's for the country, right? And the address of Parliament doesn't advertise a third party. And the email at parliament.uk doesn't advertise a private business or third party. So who's made the decision in Parliament, whether it's the Leader of the House of Commons or the Chair of the Petitions Committee, why have they decided to advertise third-party businesses and promote them commercially with the logos on and everything? Why? Because, and why are MPs even using social media when it's an American platform and it's full of American people and there are American people commenting on MPs, and you're not really meant to speak to MPs unless you live in a constituency? And why have the MPs still got the election material up from when they got elected and not removed it after 14 days when it's having a constant advertising effect, right, the whole time? And why are the platform's being advertised on the MP's contact page, and when you go into the MP's contact page, it's got all their election material on, like Rachel Reeves still, 365 days a year, advertising Labour, when there were by-elections on, and it's all actually linked in an Parliament is not meant to advertise a political party that, in a way that can enhance their election, performance. People just don't get this at all. I don't know why they've started, and they're moving to integrate digital ID on all the platforms, and it's got to do with Nick Clegg being the Deputy Prime Minister of England, and then him getting a job at Facebook, and then him having meetings with Mark Zuckerberg, talking about the legislation, talking about the government, and talking about the platforms, and talking about legislation coming up to date. But why? Because everything that they were doing with the platforms was illegal, right? And Nick Clegg didn't care to say that. Clegg cheated in his election, right? Lord Hallam of Hallam or Nick Clegg still in Hallam, takes over from Lord Allen of Hallam, not from Hallam, but actually from Facebook, and then takes over Facebook, right? And then Hallam goes to Ofcom, head of Ofcom, which is all to do with this. The Electoral Commission won't investigate anything. Electoral Commission won't investigate anything. They don't seem to have a clue, and the Electoral Commission was only formed just shortly before these platforms emerged. All of the website, you see, look, right, this is the thing. On the MP's contact page, right, it does not have and cannot have a link to the Liberal Democrats website. Right? You can't do that. You can't have on Ed Davies' contact page for an MP the Liberal Democrats website, because that is a political party that's been advertised. Well, that is what's happening on the Facebook pages. When it advertises the Facebook page, you go on there, there's all the election material on there, right? He hasn't been taken down, but yet he got elected and he's carrying on with his election campaign. It's all wrong, and I don't know why they did that and whose stupid idea it was. They can't be that thick, and they've hoped that no one notices, and they've hoped that everyone's just getting carried away in this tidal wave of social media, and they weren't really supposed to be going on there. It's not for elections, it's for private citizens and businesses, right? Parliament's got its own website, right, for government. And political parties are meant to have their own website, right? Now, the main problem with the platforms of elections is that they're based in America, and the equipment's in America, and the jurisdiction's in America, and that immediately is questionable, because it is in the House of Lords debate about overseas. And the fact that, look, the main difference is this. Before 2005, right, mostly, if you were anything to do with a political party or an election, right, what the hell have you got to do with another country, right? A British political party is running in a British election. It can only have British people voting for it, and it only needs to advertise to British people. You do not have any interest in other foreign countries, because they can't vote for you, right? And what does their opinion matter, because they're not voting, right? Now, when you've got your own British websites, even British forums and so forth, right? Now, if you go in a fishing forum or in a handicraft forum or in an American rock climbing forum, you'll have people from all over England. It's got nothing to do with elections, right? I can't vote in an American election. What's the point of going in a forum for American elections? I can't vote. Now, if I went in there, I might be nosing around. But if I start having my opinion in there and telling them what to do, I am a foreign person trying to affect American voting, right, which you're not really supposed to do. Now, the thing is this. Zuckerberg, when the BBC said, everyone go on to this website called Facebook and make a digital ID, right, it's American, right? So they're getting you to unite with the whole world on one platform, right? And that is the major stepping stone, right? You're trying to unite the world. So, but this is to do with friendship, networking, and businesses selling things, right? What's that got to do with elections? So why are the MPs going on there, right? Oh, I'm an MP. I want people in England to vote for me, so I'll create this profile on an international website that unites the world. Like, why? What benefit's that going to give me? Because, 90% of people on there from worldwide who aren't from England can't vote for me. So what the fuck am I doing on there, right? I've already got a website in England for my political party. I'm already running ads on the radio in England. I'm already giving flyers out to the constituents in the area. I've already got an advert on TV in England, right? And the same with YouTube. Now, this is the thing. It wouldn't be as bad with the jurisdiction issue and the American devices, equipment and staff, and then the policy of an American policy online which enforces a law of Section 230 which says it can remove constitutional protected material. So effectively, if you're going to have an election campaign on Facebook, you're at threat for it getting taken down for anything, right? Like fucking, putting a red paperclip on there that Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like it, right? Or whatever, any reason or no reason, right? So you're at threat from a policy which claims it can do what the fuck it wants in America, but actually not in England, but it's acting like it can through a policy, right? And you could have your own election campaign taken down. But they're not doing because they're actually wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Mark Zuckerberg and Nick Clegg sitting in a tree, KSSSING, right? We're not going to take any election material down. But what we'll do instead is all of the independent campaigns of petitioners, right, who will oppose the government, will take all their stuff down instead when they're completely and totally protected. They don't have any strict election rules, and, Section 230 doesn't even apply in England, then it's actually a contempt in law, right? It's a contempt in law. Contempt of Parliament, right? It means breaking the rules, breaking the laws, right? And there is a law. It's called the Section 88 Bill of Rights, right to petition, and it's called illegal prosecutions, illegal actions, right? If Mark Zuckerberg wants to initiate an action against you, right, because he thinks you're breaking the law or whatever, then, or a civil action, right, breaking his policy, then, not for free speech, saying what you want for sure, right, because it's totally protected, matters concerning Parliament. That's what Strode's Act's about, right? So this is the thing. Now, it was Clegg knew this. Nick Clegg knew it, right? He knew it, and he was fucking dropping innuendo bombs like there's no tomorrow in that interview with Mark Zuckerberg. But he's trying to be like PC. He's trying to be like Penfold, like, oh yes, Mark, and here we are, tech people. As simply as possible, tech people think that, we're being held behind. No, Nick, they rushed ahead and you didn't hold them behind. And it's completely and totally screwed up the entire fucking thing because really, Nick, you're actually trying to create an international government, one world government, which doesn't actually have any laws because Bill Gates wants to rule the world and you're trying to help him. That's why you're called the president of planet Earth, right? Nick, don't lie. Right? It's like, oh, don't worry, Mark, we're going to rule the world soon and we'll slip it past the public, they won't notice. And really, they really couldn't care if we're breaking election law because they're not interested in it at all, right? So, best I not mention it, but, there are a few little problems, teething problems. Nudge, nudge. This is the thing, right? So, Clegg's all in. All his cards are on the table in that interview with Zuckerberg, and Mark's like, "Hey, I must be doing, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, how can I be wrong? I'm a judo expert. I'll take anyone on. Judo chop. I'm an ad man. I'll take anyone here. I'll take anyone on. Judo chop. I'm an ad bastard. It's like Mark Zuckerberg, the hardest bastard on planet Earth, right? No one can take me. I'm judo expert. Like for where's Arnold? I'll take Arnold out. I'll be back. The fucking Terminator. And then I've got an underground bunker, right? So, anyone gets like fucking missiles out, I'm indestructible. I'm invincible. It's like on GoldenEye, ain't it, with a fucking clicky pen, I'm invincible. And I've got a Knight of the Empire. They've dispatched Nick Clegg, Knight Commander. He's King Charles's Knight Commander. How can I be doing anything wrong? I'm invincible. No, Mark. You're actually acting illegally in English election law in correspondence with Nick Clegg, Sir Nick Clegg, that is Knight Commander, right? Illegally, because you're criminal. Actually, well, I've got all my algorithms and expert psychologists and, anyone on the planet Earth who wants to hire in Iceland in a hot tub, Nothing is beyond the financial power of Mark Zuckerberg. I'm having meetings with Donald Trump over I'm telling him how many billions I've made out of shit advertising. Hey, Donald, I sold a billion minutes of crap advertising to everyone all over planet Earth. Completely and totally wasted their time. No one bought sort of thing. In fact, it annoyed the fuck out of them, drove them insane, wanted to smash the phone on the floor, wasted like millions of fucking minutes of time. It was annoying and they had to shit anyway. But I made $1 billion out of it because I love selling shit adverts. That's how I became a billionaire. Not just by being a fucking computer nerd. Hey, I'm a computer nerd. Nerdy coding. Ooh, it's Mark. Oh, I just built a Frogger game. Bleep, bleep. Look, I can make the fucking blocks go from side to side. It's fucking block tennis. Beep, beep. Beep. Hey, I'm a coder now. Hey, I built this cool digital ID website at fucking university. Geek World. Ooh. Now, look, I can sell crap adverts and make billions. And now I can employ millions of people to do my bidding. Go buy me some shoes. Go build me a bunker under the ground. Hey, I just bought a tennis court, right? Hey, that was difficult. Hey, now I might order. Ooh, I just had a tennis court built. Now I'll order, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, a nuclear physics lab. Huh? Can you really buy one of those? Why not? Hey, there's a nuclear physics lab company. Hey, I'll have 3 of those, please. How much is that? £10 billion. Hey, that's fine. I can afford that. Now look at my bank account. I've been selling shit adverts. Is anyone a psychology expert around here? I need a team. Hey, look, we've got all this data on people. Look, now we've got all the private information. We've even got their behaviors and keystrokes. Look, this guy likes pressing this button more than that button. Hey, I'll use this private personal information. I'm sure they won't mind in Europe, where even though there's no urgent pressing social need for it, and even though I might have ulterior motives, to study these people like science objects, I'll just fucking nick all the personal information. Even though it's a criminal offence in Europe, I'm in America, so why would I give a damn? I'll force them to do it on the policy, consent to may accept. Hey, Mark, I like your style. Mark. More of this. Anyone else? Well, I must be, how can I be doing anything wrong? I'm successful. Yes, Mark. Yes, I was sat in my bedroom at one point thinking the same thing. Maybe I might not steal everyone's personal information. Maybe it's personal. Maybe I'm a Snoop and a Nosy Parker. Maybe I won't take over the world. Maybe I won't become an evil supervillain with a fucking James Bond lair and a fucking nuclear bunker under the ground and 27 million fucking psychology teams at the fucking university working for me because I'm paying them off with fucking shit advertising money that I made. Maybe I won't do that. Hey, look, it's Mark Zuckerberg on a mountain. Everyone knows who he is and is thinking about him. Do you want everyone on planet Earth thinking of you? Let me see. Every single person on planet Earth knowing who I am and thinking about me. No, actually, I'd rather not. What do you want? A holiday in a hot tub in Iceland? Been there, done that. Look, it's Bjork. Violently happy, now I found you. This is the thing. Maybe not do that. Yeah, but it's all about making money. Well, yeah, you've been hanging around with the wrong people, haven't you? It must be all about money. I want to make the world a better place. No, you don't. You want to own the earth. What's Bill doing? He doesn't want to make the earth a better place. He wants to buy it. He wants to own it. Can't you see? He's buying all the land. This is the thing. This thing. So now they're advertising. Look, this is great, right? We pay the government taxes, right? And here's the website that we bought, right? And instead of them putting the video on the website that we own, right? It's our website. We paid for it. They're going to put it on Mark's website that he makes money out of. Amazing. How could, this is the thing. But it's free to have an account. Yeah, but it shows ads and it makes Mark Zuckerberg money. This is the thing. This is giving me UK taxpayer money. We're giving some free advertising. And in fact, look, this is advertising YouTube on our government website. How much are we going to charge him for the advertising? Hey, it's Google Ads. How much is Sergey Brin going to charge you for running Google Ads? You got to pay for them, right? Question. Is Mark Zuckerberg paying this government to have Facebook advertised on our government website, right? And is Sergey Brin paying to have YouTube advertised on Parliament website? No. So why are we paying for it? Why do we have to pay for Google Ads? Zuckerberg's gone ad free. This is the thing. Oh, look, I'll contact Jeremy Corbyn. Let's try to find his contact details. Oh, look, here we go. Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn at parliament.uk. House of Commons, 0207 29345. Email address. Oh, look, jeremycorbyn.org. Oh, Facebook. Look at this. Facebook. Wow, how much are they getting? How much are they paying government to get on here? Yeah. X, formerly Twitter. How much is this advert cost here? How much does this advertisement cost for Facebook? How much are Facebook paying Parliament? Or no, is it some deal that Clegg did with is it some deal that Clegg did with Zuckerberg or something? Let's have a look here. This is not advertising a political party though. There's Corbyn with some Royal Mail. See if we can find any vote for Corbyn material down here. Join a political party. This is asking you to join your party. So this is advertising now for a political party, but this was I only got here through Parliament. Here we go, Parliament website. Let's see if we can find a link to some good old promotionals, like good old promotional material. Look at this. See if we can find any political parties being advocated. Oh, what's this? Look, your party. Is that your party here? Look at this. Look at this. Join us now. Look at all these people here who've joined. I wonder how they found out about that. I wonder if they found out about it through Jeremy Corbyn's Parliament website. This is the thing, Oh, look, here we go, Corbyn. An independent vote. See, it's only advertising this. Well, I'm the MP. Yeah, but no one, not telling anyone to vote for you. Like they've done them for the finished voting for you now. We're going to vote for me next time. Well, I'm just having a look around. Who's the MP Corbyn? I'll vote for him. Like, at least it's not advertising Labour Party. Enfield. That's funny. Look at that. Look at that. It's like the diners from Stop You. But Corbyn, look, these are supposed to be taken down 14 days after the election, but he's just left them on there. Yeah, look at this illuminated advertisement screen here. Look, illuminated advertisements. It's scandalous. Look at this, scandalous, absolutely scandalous.